Morning y'all, Pete here with Green Dreams, and I want to take a minute to talk to you about one of the most useful crops in the world. So we've been here on Sand Hill Farm for almost 4 years, and one of the first things we planted was clumping bamboo. And one of the first things I'll point out is, bamboo has a bad reputation because a lot of these running varieties that can be quite invasive and really take over some spaces. We only grow clumping bamboos. That means they're never going to exceed that footprint of maybe 10 to 12 feet over 5 years. They're not going to run into your neighbor's yard. They're not going to, end up across the street. These are going to just expand that footprint from when they've been planted. So we've planted a lot of sea breeze bamboo. That's a very cold hardy bamboo that also has excellent building material. It's one of the best building materials in the world. We have about 75 clumps of that planted on our northwest corner. So bamboo, like I said, one of the most useful crops in the world. Not only is it giving us privacy, bamboo can be used for a soundscape, and by soundscape I mean it's going to absorb the noises you don't want to hear and create noises you do want to hear. The clanking of the bamboo. One of my bamboo mentors, his name is Andy Firk, he's down in Arcadia, Florida, and I'll probably do a video with him this summer, has told me that bamboo experts can actually walk through a bamboo grove blindfolded and be able to identify the different varieties of bamboo by the sounds of the clanking. That's pretty interesting, right? So, like I said, soundscape, privacy, building material. So, this is one of the most useful building materials in the world. And another thing that Andy taught me was, you want to harvest this bamboo with the moon phase, like I had talked about with maybe my compost tea. So, we spray the tea and get the best results with that new moon, that full moon. That's like following that biodynamic calendar. So when we say harvesting with the new moon, harvesting with the full moon, these plants, we have the most activity in the soil, the most nutrient uptake at that time during that moon phase. All those saps, everything's sucked up into the plant at that time. So, indigenous people, when they harvest these palm fronds to make like these cheeky huts, they only harvest during that new moon or during that full moon. The extension of the life of those fronds can be, from 5 years to 50 years just from harvesting at the right time. So, for a building material, I would say, probably want to follow the, the moon phase with bamboo if you want this to last a really long time. We have maybe 30 clumping varieties here of bamboo on the farm, and the last really cool aspect of the clumping bamboo I'll point out is the edible shoots. So we grow a lot of very tropical varieties of clumping bamboo here, like Dendrocalamus asper and Gigantus. Some of those can actually, they say, be eaten raw. I read about that one in Eric Tonesmeyer's Perennial Vegetable Gardener. That's a really good book if y'all are interested in the things I've been talking about. Perennial vegetables, bamboo, things like that. So this old hammy-eye variety that I have next to me is a 45-foot clumper that's maybe 2.5, 3 years old. I'm already getting canes, as you can see, 4 inches across. Beautiful clumping bamboo, multiple use, edible shoots, soundscape, excellent in the landscape. The one thing I will point out about bamboo, they are heavy feeders. They do require a bit of water. So when we're installing these on a residential application, we sometimes will put in a root barrier just so this doesn't suck the grass or the other landscape dry in the area around it. Its roots, it might not extend 10 feet in that clump, but its roots can run 25 feet and suck a garden dry. And I'm speaking out of experience. When we put this in out there in that front market garden, I found these roots 40 feet from where it was installed, wrapped around drip irrigation in the market garden. So I learned the hard way, and now we're starting to put root barriers in at clients' houses and things like that to kind of control those roots so it's not sucking the other landscape dry in the area. So great building material, edible shoots, aesthetic in the landscape, bamboo. Don't be scared of it, especially clumping varieties. I think we have 12 varieties available right now in 7-gallon pots, for local pickup and delivery. And pretty soon we'll be offering 3-gallon shipping. So we're going to be splitting up those bamboos we have, and we're going to be shipping these out in the mail here probably in the next month or so. So if you all have any interest in bamboo, like I said, I'll be featuring Andy Firk here soon enough, and we'll be shipping bamboo soon enough. And don't be scared to grow clumping varieties of bamboo. They're a lot of fun, especially if you're in areas you can grow them. Thanks a lot, y'all.